It is cold outside. It's been getting noticeably colder since we first got out here a couple of hours ago. And the experts we talked to say if you want to make sure you're warm inside, make sure your pipes, furnace, and oil are in working order. The coldest day in 2 years has been one of the busiest days for Apple Oil Company in West Haven. They usually get about 200 calls a day in January.
We got about 700 calls today.
We wanted to know what kinds of heating hiccups homeowners can handle on their own. First, the furnace. If it goes off, it can be an easy fix.
The first thing they should do is go down and there's a little red reset button on the burner. Hit that once. The furnace comes on, if it usually starts up. The reason why it went off is because there was a power overload from working too hard. It got tired, it shut off.
If it doesn't go back on, that's when you call the heating specialist. They'll also want to know how much oil you have. He says don't let your oil level get down to a quarter of a tank. If it does, and you need to call an oil company, this one requires customers purchase a minimum 50 gallons. At $3.79 a gallon, it'll run you about $170. And that price has stayed about the same since October.
The price of fuel has been very consistent this year. Unlike most years in the oil industry, when there's an Arctic blast, we've seen tremendous spikes in oil.
The Arctic blast also increases the chances of pipes freezing.
Pipes freeze, the water inside the pipes expands and it breaks the copper and the water will go all over and you'll have damage.
He says the best way to guard against frozen pipes, keep your thermostat at a minimum 55 degrees, even in a vacation or vacant home. When you're inside, you may want to keep temps in the upper 60s to low 70s. Then when you go to sleep,
you want to turn it down to about 61, 62.
As the mercury continues to drop and you need more heating help, don't be afraid to call.
We don't want anyone to go without heat.
So say that as home heating oil has stayed at about $3.79, as they mentioned, they are expecting that that price could go down as the temperature goes up next week. Live in New Haven, Neka Nwosu, News 8.